Hi, welcome to this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. Tonight we're going through games going on currently, MLB, NBA, and also we're going through the women's Final Four as well. So a lot of those bets going on. If you have any questions, feel free to chime in. And we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have going on that one. So make sure you do any questions at all or bets that you like. Make sure you let us know. Then we'll get those done for you. And we'll go through those bets as well. So currently watching a few different games. We're on the White Sox-Royals game. That game is tied up. Looks like 1-1 in the top of the second. After Gavin Sheets hits a bomb to tie that game up. So we got a lot of things going on here. So let me give me 1 second here, and we'll get this going with some more stuff. So if you're on TikTok as well, we are live on TikTok and YouTube. So make sure you do check us out there. Like I mentioned, we're going over live betting on Major League Baseball. Also, we're going to be live betting. We'll be looking at the NBA. We will follow along on FanDuel. So if you want to check that out, make sure you do that as well. We'll be checking it out through FanDuel on what's going on. Right now, the Wizards and the Trailblazers going on. Magic at the Hornets, Thunder, Pacers, and then the Celtics and the Kings just started as well. So make sure you do check that out as well. So we've got those going on. Plus, we have the NCAA women's tournament as well. And that one, South Carolina with a 1-point lead at half. So very good for us on that one there, as we had North Carolina State plus the 7.5. So a nice little win there for us for the first half. On that one. So as they're at the halftime break, we'll go back to the NBA and get you into Major League Baseball. Right now, the Diamondbacks is another game we would look at. As the left-handed pitcher Henry's pitching for the D-backs against the Braves here. D-backs actually have a 3-1 lead. So if we flip over to that one there, that 3-1. On that one there, or you can play the Braves minus 1.5 on the run line and plus 172. So a lot of stuff going on that particular one there. So that one, the line doesn't make quite as much sense on that one to bet the Braves. Now, if there's another run and you want to take the Braves, like if it goes 4-1, probably a good time to take a look at that bet there. One bet that let's go back to the NBA quick as we look through those. So Trailblazers, 51-44 lead with a little over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Minus 2.5 for them is only minus 132. The Magic are down 7 to the Hornets and still a 3.5-point favorite on the live line. Probably stay away from that one for the moment. Although I do think that game's the Magic are probably going to figure out a way to come back on that one. The one game here I think is pretty interesting. It's 10.5, 11.5 is going to be the Thunder. On that one, they are down 10 currently. They were plus 6 at the start of the game. They're down 10 with a little over 3 minutes to go in the first half on that one. Then we've got the Celtics winding down to the first quarter, an extremely low-scoring game, only 15-11 with a little over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. We had just give you bets before the game. We had Keon Ellis over his point total. Also 2+ threes. He's already hit a 3. We had quite a bit of money on Porzingis. He's got 7+ points. We need him to get to 22 on that one there. So if we're looking at, let's say we wanted to look at a live bet player points wise, Porzingis still is going to be up actually a little bit at 22.5. Mark, which he's currently got 1. You can go to 3 threes at just about even money on that one there. So I think it's minus 102 for 3+ threes on that one. So something pretty interesting there, something late in the first quarter on that one to kind of take a look at. So then we'll flip back up here. We've got we'll go back to this Royals White Sox game, as we do have quite a bit on this particular matchup. Royals get a single from Pasquantino, and then Perez doubles him home for their first run. Gavin Sheets homers. Then we've got towards the bottom of the lineup, although Velasquez has hit really well. We do have Renfroe, so Hunter Renfroe for the Royals for quite a few batter props. He's going to be up third in this inning. So we'll make sure to check out his at-bat as well. But let's get back to what we got going on here. Now the Blazers up 11, only a 5.5-point favorite, almost a halftime there. We're going to look at this Magic Hornets game. Brandon Miller came out absolutely on fire. He still is. He's 9 for 9 from the field. We did take him at 3 threes and 4 threes. He's already hit 5 threes. Miles Bridges, we have over turnovers. He's currently at 1. We need a couple more out of him. Banchero, we did have over his point total at 21.5. He's currently sitting at 12 with about 2 minutes to go in this one. So if we go look at player points here, Banchero's point totals went up from 21.5 to 24.5. Brandon Miller's point totals went all the way up to 35.5. I don't know if he can continue to go 100% from the field. But it's kind of one of those that, 24 points in the first half is a big number. So if you do have any questions about anything or bet, send those or chat those in. Be more than happy to run through those, what you kind of think on what you're planning on betting on that one there. So make sure you do that. And you can just chat in. We'll try to chat back with you as fast as we possibly can on that one. Diamondbacks still a 3-1 lead. Interestingly enough, though, if you take the Diamondbacks minus 1.5 right now, and we're in the bottom of the second, you can get that at plus 158. And they're actually even on the money line currently as well on there. So sorry about that for all you people on TikTok there. It keeps telling me to swipe across and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, that's an interesting play though on that one. The Royals, they go 1-1. It's tied, and they're a 215 favorite when they were a $1.70 favorite on that particular game there. So quite a bit of stuff going on that particular one there. So Velasquez for the Royals called out on strikes. Now Frazier singles. So we're going to get Renfroe with a runner on here for those of you following along or betting in this Royals White Sox game. Renfroe's actually had really good success against Fetty, limited at bats, but he has had good success on that as well. So maybe take a look at him on this particular one here. And then we get strike one there. We'll go back and we'll take a look at why Renfroe's up to bat. Let's take a look. We'll go back to the NBA bets as well, see where they're kind of finishing up at half as we get closer to half. The Trailblazers lead by 8 at halftime, 59-51 in this particular matchup. Our main bets before the game started were going to be on Corey Kispert. We had Kispert for threes and points at 17.5. He's currently got 10. So we'll go take a look at see what player points is for him. Kispert, that line's moved up from 17.5 to over 18.5 on that one there. So might be worth taking a look at, I guess, on that particular one there on that. But so the one that we're more probably interested in on that one would be the threes. So let's take a look at those on the 3 market there. So let me get back to that here really quick. So we'll go to player threes. Like I said, we're using FanDuel on this one to try to keep it easy. So he currently has 1 3 to get 2 more threes is at plus 102 or 104 on FanDuel for 3 plus threes. So definitely when we look at his bet that we made at the start of the day for 3 threes For Kispert, it was minus 150 was the best number that we found. So definitely some advantage there if you think he can hit 2 more threes in the second half. And they are down, so I assume he's going to be shooting on that one in particular. So 59-51 means we did have the under in this game, so we did hit the first quarter, and we also hit the first half under. It was at 115, so it comes in at 110. So a couple wins there for us. Now we're on the under 224.5 as well in that particular game, what we're looking at there. So we'll go back and we'll look. The Thunder did cover in the first quarter. Then we also had them for the first half. I think that one's going to be – it was looking like it was going to be a loss. But we'll take a look at it here. So Thunder are still 10 – yeah, they're 10 down at the half. Let's take a look at player props that we had in this particular game. We had Josh Giddey over 17.5 points. He's currently at 9. We also had him a par bet. He's also got 3 rebounds, 7 assists to go with it. Holmgren, 10 points. We were only on his threes for Holmgren besides that and blocks. He's currently got 1 block, so we need another block in order to cash that bet. But three-pointer-wise, he's 0 for 2 so far. On the Pacers side, we did have Halliburton turnovers. He's currently got 1, so need a couple more out of Mr. Halliburton on the turnover side there. So that's what we got going on there. We'll flip back to the baseball. Renfroe was called out on strikes. Frazier did make it to second base, though. So runner in scoring position, and Kyle Isbell up for the Royals. Their 9th hitter as they then swing back to the top of the lineup on that one to see if the Royals can get some more runs. And that one, the NCAA women's game started back up in the third quarter. South Carolina with the 34-31 lead. We did get this at 11.5 points. It's currently only at 8.5. It's a little small to thread the middle on that one. So I definitely want to stay. We'll keep an eye on that particular game, but nothing we're going to play on it as of yet. Any additional bets anyway. Hornets are up 67-52 at half. Just can anybody figure that one out? Banchero, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on that one there. So we need about 8 more points there. His point total has went up as well. So let me get back to this here. So if we go look at Banchero's points, now it's at 24.5. I honestly think that's probably still a solid bet if you want to bet 25 points for Banchero on that one. 3-point wise, Brandon Miller's at 5 to hit 2 more to get to 7 is only plus 102. So not real in love with that one for 2 more threes. 7 threes is a bunch of threes. He's plus 104 if you go to the 7+3 tab on that one there. And we'll look at Mr. Isbell here for the Royals. He's got a 2-2 count, fouled off a couple balls here. Now a 3-2 count. We'd really like a walk here. We have runners at first and second, and then we'd have Maikel Garcia, who we have some batter props on as well there. So, but let's see if we can get one more pitch here quick out of Mr. Isbell, as a lot of the games have turned to halftime in the NBA. But let's take a look at the NBA while we're waiting on that. So Blazers are currently a 4.5-point favorite over the Wizards. I'll be really honest with you. I kind of like the Wizards here plus the 4.5. It is minus 125 on FanDuel. But I think they are going to make a run there. The Magic are only plus 3.5 against the Hornets, even though they're down 15. The Thunder plus 10.5. And the Celtics just absolutely crushed the Kings at the end of that first quarter. Game was tight. Now it's 27-15 on that one there. So we had Sabonis over turnovers and De'Aaron Fox over turnovers. They're both at 1, so we've seen some more turnovers. Keon Ellis, remember, we had him as point total and threes. Porzingis, 7 points still as he got pulled out there. Peyton Pritchard comes in, hits a 3, of course, as he does every time. I wish they had more player props available for him. Jason Tatum played the full quarter. He did get 6 points and turned the ball over 3 times, and they're still up 12. How dominant is that Celtics team when they don't even have all the guys playing. I mean, it's just absolutely insanity on that one. So we're going to update our scoreboard or our Google Sheets here. If you're new to our show, at the end of every show that we do on YouTube, there will be a link, and there's a link in the channel as well to our Google Sheets. This is a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we placed, and what book we did place them at. So if you're looking at like today in the basketball, you can see the NC State women for the first half win. Thunder, we won the first quarter, lost the first half. Brandon Miller, we cashed on 3 threes and 4 threes already. And then we've got Jonathan Isaac. We'll go back and check the Magic game here. See where Isaac's at. It was over 7.5 points. And he might be out of this particular matchup. I don't see – he's logged 0 minutes. So we'll go see if he was deemed out. That will be a void ticket on that one there. Then we mentioned Kispert. He's got 10 points. We need 18 out of him. And then he's at 3+ threes and 4+ threes. He's currently sitting at 1 3-pointer on that one. And Wizards Blazers is coming under so far. A bunch of Porzingis bets when that game gets going some more. Keon Ellis, which we mentioned, over 6.5 points, 10+ points. And that one's kind of what we're looking at there. And then top of the third, let's see. Isbell did walk, but Garcia does ground into a force out. Send that game to the top of the third, still tied 1-1 in that one. And we'll check back with the women. Looks like South Carolina is definitely making their move here. In the third quarter, they're up 12, 48-36. So they definitely limited the scoring there. If you do like North Carolina State still in that game, it was 11.5 early. Now it's 14.5. That's not getting a few more extra points there. Definitely not a bad thing going on. So if you're into the women's Final Four, that's what we got going on there. Bucks, Raptors has just started. Spurs, Pelicans, Bulls, Knicks. We'll go take a look at Bucks. Let's see. We've got Bobby Portis. It looks like they're still going to bring off the bench, even though Giannis isn't playing. Let's take a look here really quick. Yeah, Bobby Portis still going to come off the Raptors-wise. We do have some bets on Emmanuel Quickly to score some points. Also over 3-pointers. So that game just getting underway. We'll take a look at Spurs, Pelicans. So we've got Wembayamba props all over the place. And then let's take a look at the Pelicans-wise. Zion looks like he's not playing tonight. He's out, so on that one there. So maybe an opportunity for the Spurs to get into this thing, even though their team looks like a mash unit basically at this point. They've had a bad run of injuries, out for the season, all that kind of fun stuff. So bad start for the health-wise for them. Then we'll take a look here. Knicks, Bulls. Bulls-wise, we've got DeRozan. We're on. DiVincenzo for the Knicks, we're on. So we'll take a look. Dosunmu's got 7 points and 1 3-pointer already. DeRozan, no points so far as the Bulls lead 11-6. We do have the over in this particular game, so we need as much scoring as we possibly can out of these guys. The over that we got in that particular game, let me get that to you, 212.5. The line's down to 210.5 on that one there. Memphis Grizzlies and the Detroit Pistons have just started. We stayed away from that one. That game had just disaster written all over it. And then the Rockets and the Heat. Bam Adebayo was our best bet of the day at over on his points. He's currently got 2 in the first couple minutes. And then we'll follow the Rockets, we've been a big fan of here all season long. Jalen Green was a big one that we're on. He's currently got 1 point. He made 1 out of 2 free throws. Rockets have an early 9-7 lead in that one. Excuse me, folks. I do apologize on that one. Then we've got who else is tipped off here? That's basically about everything going on that one. We'll flip it back over to baseball. Top of the third, they go out in order for the White Sox. So we need to run out of the Royals here. As one of our bets on the Royals is minus a half a run first 3 innings that we've on DraftKings. Bobby Witt leading it off, Pasquantino and Perez. So we'll take a look at that here. Hopefully Bobby gets us rolling here on that particular one. So let me get back to all the bets that we got NBA wise. Still a halftime at the first 3 games. Boston now up 33-17 on that one there. Keon Ellis still at 3 points. Porzingis still hasn't got back on the floor with 7. And then the Boston second unit just absolutely just throttles the 3-point line, it seems like. So on that one there. So let's flip back over. Raptors, Bucks, Knicks, Bulls, Pistons, Grizzlies. They're firing out 13-11, about halfway through the first quarter. Jaden Ivey with 11 points already for the Pistons. Congratulations, Mr. Ivey, on that one. No Cade Cunningham in that particular game tonight. And then let's take a look here. Rockets now up 14-9 on the Heat. So let's see here. Jeff Green with 5, Dylan Brooks with 5, Jabari Smith with 3. And then we've got a 1 point still for Jalen Green as he hit that free throw. And Bam still with 2 points. Bam should have all kinds of advantages tonight. That's why we had him as our best bet. He should have all kinds of opportunities tonight for sure. So not quite sure what the holdup is so far on that one. And appreciate Michael liking the live. Do appreciate that as well. So this is our first time going live on TikTok as well. So do apologize if I'm a little slow, to put it to you that way on this one here. So let's see here. All right, so we'll get back to this Miami game here. They're still down 14-9 on this one. And we'll see if those games still haven't kicked off, the halftime games yet. Celtics now up 40-24. Bucks up 10-9. Pelicans up 12-9. 11-9 still in the Bulls Knicks game. And then 14-11 still in that one. We'll go back to Bobby Witt does fly out, so he's 0 for 2. We need Pasquantino now up for the Royals. Still 3-1, bottom third in that Diamondbacks game against the Braves. Getting a little bit later, Mets and the Reds. We'll take a look at that one as that game goes to the bottom of the 6th here. As the computer gives us issues, right? So let's see here. And then let's see. We've got what? Hunter Green, which we did have. I had somebody reach out on TikTok earlier today over his Ks against the Mets. He's thrown 6 innings, 6 strikeouts. Excellent numbers there for Hunter Green. Let's see here. We'll get back to the Salvador Perez does get another single. So Salvi's 2 for 2 tonight. Going against the White Sox. MJ Melendez up now. Yesterday had a big day. See if he can get a run in and we can win this first 3 innings bet here on that one. We'll flip back to the NBA. Bulls now up 15-9 as the Knicks can't seem to score. Rockets still 14-11. Spurs game still 12-9. 44-30 now in the other one. Third quarter finally kicked off in the Wizards-Blazers game. We'll flip back to third quarter of the women's Final Four. South Carolina still up 12, 48-36. Line still 14.5 on the live line if you think North Carolina State can hang in there on that. So let's take a look here at the Blazers. DeAndre Ayton having a night. He's got 17. Corey Kispert still at 10 points. He does have a rebound and 3 assists. We do have his over par, like right around 20 as well. So Jordan Poole with 10. Those guys leading the way, 60-53 in that matchup. Like I said, I kind of like the 4.5 at halftime with the Wizards, even though they were down 9. Now it's at 3.5 with the line being 7. Kings kind of putting a little bit of pressure back to a 13-point game on that one. De'Aaron Fox with 13-plus points on that one. Keon Ellis, who we mentioned, he's now back on the bench with 3. And then they did bring in Porzingis. He has hit 2 threes. He's up to 12 points, 6 rebounds. So just to kind of give you an idea, we had let's see, we had Porzingis at 3 + 3, so we need one more there. We had him at 7+ rebounds as well, and that so we need one more rebound. We did have him at 2+ blocks. He's currently at 1 block. So we have a lot of good opportunities there. Points-wise, though, he's going to have to pick up the pace just a shade, I think. He's at 12. He tends to sit. If they get a big lead, he's also going to sit a lot in the fourth on that one there. Turnover-wise, Sabonis and Fox still both with 1, and we're needing, I believe, 4 out of both of them there. Cash a couple tickets. Now the Wizards only down 5. They finally kicked off the second half of the Magic Hornets game. Same thing with the Thunder and the Pacers, 71-62 now. We'll take a look here. Holmgren still with 10, Giddey with 9. They kind of getting balanced scoring all the way around. Miles Turner's having a big game so far for the Pacers at 14 points as well. Halliburton with 1 turnover still and does have 8 assists, but 0 points. I don't understand these days where he has 0 points. This guy should score 25 a game and just is – he's way too soft on some of this stuff. Bulls Knicks. Bulls up 21-11 with a little over 4 minutes to go. And that one, DiVincenzo is still 0 for 3 from the three-point line so far on that one. And then we've got DeRozan finally gets on the scoreboard. He's got a whopping 2 whole points. Dosunmu for the Bulls, though, is kicking it into gear. He's got 12 points so far in this first quarter, I should say. Apologize. And now they're up 23-11. Vucevic also with 7 points for the Bulls. So we'll see. The Knicks played their rear end off to get back into that game last night against. I thought they might have the ability to score. That's kind of what we were looking at there, but that's why we like the over in that particular game. But it is the Bulls in sports bets for free, which means a lot of crap can happen on that one there. So Spurs Pelicans, we'll take a look at this one as we're a little over halfway through the first quarter. Wembanyama with 2 total points, both off of free throws. He's taking a whopping 2 shots, no blocks, nothing there on that one. No Zion, I think, really hurts his block total. Zion does take the ball to the hole quite a bit. Gave him a lot of block opportunities. Wizards back within 3. They're down 60-57 on that one there. And we've got Kispert, and we're watching quite a bit. He's still got 10 points. Jordan Poole now up to 12. Denny Avita now with 10 points as well in that matchup. Let's see. So MLB-wise, we ended up losing that bet at the -0.5 a run first 3 innings with the Royals. No problem there. It's still tied 1-1, top of the 4th. It's not like they're behind. We just need to score some runs. The Diamondbacks game's gotten a little tighter. It's 3-2 now, looks like here. So, well, I thought it said 3-2. Let's see here. We'll flip back on a different screen and check that one out. As the MLB.com site seems to be having a little bit of fun. Let's see here. So, yeah, it's 3-2 going to the top of the 4th. Now the Braves plus 1.5 runs, -260. So if you like the Braves, that's a lot of juice to bet, but they're -126 or 128 on the money line. If you like the Diamondbacks, you can get them at even money right now, and they're up 3-2 going to the top of the 4th. So some decent money there. Mariners, Brewers, nothing. Astros, Rangers, nothing on that particular game. So We'll flip back over to the NBA. So Magic make a little bit of dent. They're only down 9 now, 67-58 against the Hornets. Banchero up to 18 points. He's having a great game there. Brandon Miller finally misses his first shot as he's got 26 points. He's 10 out of 11 from the field, but he does have 4 turnovers as well. So something to keep in mind in there. Hornets only up 7. So maybe that Magic are still minus 2.5 for the game on that line. So Thunder still down 10, 78-68. Celtics up 12, 52-40. Raptors 19. They're only down 5, 14-19. 23-11 in that Bulls-Knicks game as the Bulls are just putting the hammer down on them. Pistons, Grizzlies 20-19. Heat, Rockets is a close one, 21-19 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Bam Adebayo is now out of the game with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Jalen Green still sitting with 1 point. He's also sitting, it looks like as well, as they're up 2. And Bam Adebayo doing what he always does, which is defer in the first quarter. There's a lot of guys that in the first quarter, it seems like they try to get team involved. A lot of times live betting wise, you get a lot better value on their point prop. Anthony Edwards is another one. Halliburton always seems to do it as well. De'Aaron Fox all the way up to 21 points for the Kings. Porzingis still sitting at 12 points, still at 6 rebounds on that one there. They're up 9, 52-43. Couple minutes left to go in the first half. All right, then Thunder still 10-point difference there. Raptors, Bucks starting to take away a little bit. They're up 21-14. Raptors-wise, Emmanuel quickly, 2 quick threes for us, so that's big news for us on that one there. So 3 threes and 4 threes are the tickets we're holding there on quickly. Bucks-wise, we got some Bobby Portis action. We'll see if Bobby's into the game here. Bobby's still not – I don't know if he's playing or not. Normally he's the first guy in. So we'll have to go back to that one and double check. But quickly, still on the floor with the 6 points. Big news for us on that particular game because we just holding player prop tickets in that game there. So let's take a look here at more NBA. Wizards within 3. Sacramento all the way down. Got this lead. Got the deficit down to 6. Pelicans still up 7, 25-14. The Knicks finally scored something. Of course, now we're less than 2 minutes left. So we'll see if they can score anything to make any difference here in the first half. Or first quarter, I do apologize. All right, so Brunson now with 5. DiVincenzo finally hits a three-pointer. As we're holding 5 and 6 threes on DiVincenzo. DeRozan still with 2 points. He's out of the game right now on that one. Dosimo's still at 12 points. They left him in. Kobe White with nothing and Caruso with nothing. This is the this is the Dosimo show for sure. Him and Vucevic definitely leading the way. 25-17, 42 points currently. I think we needed 50. We need to get to 55. We need to get there in a hurry if we're going to get there, I guess, on that one. Let's go take a look at some other lines here that we're looking at. Trailblazers now back up 9, 71-62. So making a little bit of a run there. The Magic down 9. The Thunder down 8. We'll take a look at the Thunder side of things here. Josh Giddey, 12 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds. Having a great game for Giddey. 10 points still for Chet Holmgren. He's 0 from 3 from the three-point line. Still only with 1 block. We could use a second block for sure on that one there. Let's see. Halliburton still with 1 turnover, but has 10 assists and no points. He's unbelievable how many times I've seen him with no points into the second half on that one there. Kings up 4, are down 4 at the half. De'Aaron Fox, 24 points in that first half. Keon Ellis with that 1 3-pointer. Porzingis still with 12 points. on that one. 6 boards, 1 block. So we need 10 points out of Porzingis, 1 more rebound, 1 more block, and we'll cash 1 more 3, and we'll be cashing a bunch of tickets there on that game. That game went to halftime there. We'll flip back here. We're going to the Royals White Sox game one more time. They are currently 1-1, bottom of the 4th. Velasquez, it looks like 2 outs. Frazier and Nelson Velasquez both getting out there. Now Renfroe up again. We do have quite a bit we got props on Renfroe, so we could use something here. 1-1 count. We're going to take kind of a slow this down just a shade here and kind of watch this at bat. So currently 1-1 on Renfroe, and we did get looks like some sort of hit to right field. Let's see what Renfroe does here. It looks like it's going to be a single. So Renfroe does single to the right fielder, Robbie Grossman, to get on base. Now Isbell up one more time. Isbell did get a walk in his last at-bat going against Fetty, so we'll see if they can put something together here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Diamondbacks do take a lead 4-2 in the top of the 4th. It looks like Jake McCarthy gets a double. Big one there. Jace Peterson got a single in that one. Suarez got a single. Now you got Lourdes Gurriel Jr. up after Corbin Carroll walks. So bases are loaded. 2 outs. If Gurriel can put something through there, definitely for you guys pulling for the D-backs tonight against the Braves and getting that big plus money, are definitely going to like that one. So on that particular game there, of course, Isbell does ground out. So Royals are going to be at the top of the lineup in the 5th inning, but they are currently tied with the White Sox 1-1. Really expected more scoring out of them this game. Because it's kind of been they're not, this should not be an extremely tough matchup for them on that one there. So Wizards down 7 about halfway through the 3rd. Kispert still at 10 points, hasn't scored yet in the second half. 8 and all the way up to 24 points, 10 boards, even a block. DeAndre Ayton looking like a man amongst boys on that one there. And then we've got the Magic still, they're down 13 again to the Hornets. Banchero with 18 points. I do apologize about the dogs ahead of time. You've got Miles Bridges with 15, Grant Williams with 13, leading the way for the Hornets. But the Magic, this is the problem with their team. It's been, you can't rely on, this is a bad team that they should just absolutely spank. I understand he came out hotter than a firecracker on that one, but that should not stop you whatsoever. You've got to figure out how to put 2 guys on Brandon Miller and make it happen on that one there. The Thunder back to within 7. Raptors at the end of the first quarter down 6 to the Bucks. Quickly finished the quarter with 6 points and 2 threes on that one there. Let's see here. Looks like Lillard's kind of leading the way with 8 points. Bobby Portis did get into the game finally. He no points on that one, missed 2 field goals, does have a rebound. So we'll see what's going on with Bobby in that one, maybe trying to rest him. Then we'll get to the Spurs Pelicans, 27-18 lead for the Pelicans, putting the hammer down with no Zion. CJ McCollum leading the way with 9 on that one. Trey Murphy, only 2 shots. I don't quite understand how he only gets 2 shots. He's their best 3-point shooter. Knicks Bulls, 27-17. DiVincenzo still with the 1-3. Dosimo adds a couple more to have 14 points. As they're getting towards the end of this first quarter, it looks like it's definitely going to be a loss for us on the over in the first quarter portion. No problem whatsoever. We'll get it back here. We just need some scoring. I think you need both teams to score for that over for sure. So just kind of let you know what we're looking at. The Thunder, we're watching Josh Giddey points, threes, also Holmgren threes, Giddey par bet, Holmgren another block. Halliburton, we need another turnover. Banchero's getting close to his point total at 21.5. Brandon Miller already hit his threes. Kispert still at 10 points, needed 18 out of Kispert and a couple more threes. Under at 224.5 in that Wizards-Blazers game where the number was. Porzingis, we need, we need what, 10 more points, one more three, one more rebound, one more block to cash all of those tickets. Keon Ellis for the Kings, we need 4 more points and another 3 to cash a majority of those. Wemby needs to get on. He should start the second quarter here and get on the horse here, but he needs to pick this thing up. Knicks Bulls just need some scoring, especially out of DeRozan and DiVincenzo on that one there. As we update these a little bit on our Google Sheets. So if you're new to the show, welcome. Basically, at the end of every episode that we do, there will be a link on the YouTube side in our comment section to our Google Sheet. So make sure you do check that out. That gets you into a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we bet, and then what book we placed in that. Then obviously the result on that one there as well. So we have some games coming up as well. We like the Wolves, we like the Warriors quite a bit tonight. So we're a lot of bets on those particular games. Still 1-1 top of the 5th and 2 outs. Brady Singer pitching a good one for the Royals. Diamondbacks up 5-2, bases still loaded. So maybe they're going to get the job up. They just cleared it. So we're going 5-2, going to the bottom of the 4th. The Braves, in order to win that game, have a lot of ground to make up for sure on that one. 29-17 now in that Bulls game. And Wizards bring it back within 9. 79-70 in the Trailblazers Wizards game, everybody's favorite game, right? So Kispert's still out there. Like, I guess he doesn't want to shoot in this third quarter. Not quite exactly sure what's going on with that one. Magic down 14 in the third. Thunder have pulled back within 4 points of the Pacers. 4-point lead for the Celtics at half over Sacramento. And then we've got Raptors, Bucks, like I mentioned, 4 points there. Pelicans at 11, up 11. And then we're at the end of the first quarter in the Knicks-Bulls game. Bulls up 29-17 in that one. So right where with a few seconds to go, nothing else scored. So we'll update that one here as they did not hit that over first quarter here. And if you have any questions or any bets you're looking at, make sure you do chat those in. Be more than happy to take a look at that one. Let me see here. Okay, so we'll go. We're going to flip back to the college women's game. South Carolina definitely putting the pounce down now, up 67-42 on North Carolina State. The live line at 24.5 on FanDuel. Half tempted to maybe play that a little bit. So with South Carolina putting the hammer down as we speak now. Let's see. Blazers still up 11. Magic still down 16. Thunder within 5 of the Pacers. We're at the half with the Celtics-Kings game. Spurs down 10. 22-32. Victor was still with 2 points. I guess the other thing is how hard is it to throw the ball to some guy that's like 8 foot tall and actually get somebody like throw the ball up high, have him go get it. You should be able to do something with it like every time. I don't get that offense they're going to have to reconfigure that thing, I think, a little bit. For sure. So let's see. We've got Holmgren finally hits his first 3. Congratulations, Chet. He's up to 13 points. Josh Giddey still at 12 on that one there. We had 2 turnovers. I'm sorry, still 1 turnover out of Halliburton, so needing another couple there in order to cash that ticket. But they are within 5 during a timeout there. Magic down 15. Here's the issue. Panchero does hit his 22 points. He's still in the game. If this game gets a little bit even further out, I don't know if they're going to actually like want to finish him up on this one. So not quite sure what to think, but we do hit that Banchero over 21.5 points ticket. So another good win there for us. And I'm with you, little Sally. Let's go KC. Yeah, today's bets for the baseball were really good on that one. So they've been good so far. We need this KC game to come in. The Cubs money line was a big hit. That obviously winning that game 9-7. We would have preferred they win 10-7 as we would have swept another bet. But yeah, really good game there for us. Orioles do what they're supposed to do. They beat up the Pirates 5-2. Gunnar Henderson hits a home run. I'm glad you rode the Cubs money line. Yeah, if you have the KC for the parlay, I'm with you on that one. We've got a lot of plays here on KC. Bobby Witt's up, bottom of the fifth. Game tied 1-1. This is another one where we have -0.5 for the first 5. So we really could use Bobby Witt to come through here for us. At least get on base. I mean, we'd always prefer the dong, right? But to get it over early. But, definitely would like to see Bobby get on base here. Bobby's had a hell of a season. He does hit into an out. Looks like a deep fly ball center field. That thing looked real deep to Luis Roberts. So we're back down to Pasquantino here. He did get a run, a hit and run in the first inning, and then Perez knocked him in. So we'll see if he can get another hit here for us in the fifth inning here. But the Royals didn't expect them to struggle this much so far this early with the White Sox, to be really honest on that one. So kind of a little bit of a surprise there. Raptors within 6 of the Bucks. No shocker there. The Bucks cannot blow out any bad team whatsoever. I don't know why they just can't. The Mavericks Warriors just tipped off as well. Heat are up 5 now on the Rockets. Bam Adebayo with 8 points. That was our best bet. So keep on scoring, Mr. Bam Adebayo. Jalen Green up to a whole whopping 4 points. I do apologize there as he's hit them all on free throws as well. So pretty amazing there. So 8 points out of Bam. We need another 10 to get us home. We'll make the day easy for us. That game, like I mentioned, started off 4-0 Mavs. And of course, Irving and Exum, not I guess Lucas sitting. So even better for the Warriors. Apologize about that. I wasn't up to date on that particular one. So yeah, I'm with you, Little Stolly. This should be stomping the White Sox. The White Sox, I think, are one of the 3-4 worst teams in the league. You've got the White Sox out of the A's, who they've started off absolutely horrible. And then I think the Angels are one of the worst teams in the league as well. Now, they did get lucky as they got to play the Marlins early on. That definitely did help as the Marlins have started off like absolute dog doo-doo. Pasquantino does ground out, so we go to the top of the 6th, tied 1-1 in that White Sox and Royals game. So, yeah, I'm with you. The Royals, realistically, if they wouldn't have had 3 blown bullpen games with leads going into the 8th inning, the Royals, I think, are, they're looking at like the top of the division. Now, we do have them on the under win total, and the biggest reason we took under 73.5 wins with them is because the bullpen and then that starting pitching, those guys have never really, how do I put this, stayed healthy for an entire season. So on that one as well. So bottom of the 4th, the Braves do have a couple runners on, so they're down 5-2. Rangers have an early 2-0 lead. Like we mentioned, actually for tomorrow's show, they can't hit left-handers well. You got Boston and the Angels playing tonight as well. I still can't believe the Angels are 4-2. After losing the first 2 to the Orioles, I was like, well, this is exactly what we expected. And then they don't. So we do have Steph Curry. It looks like he made both his free throws tonight, so we do have quite a bit on Steph. He's got 2 points. Moses Moody with 2 as they're down 4-8-4. As Kyrie Irving's got 4 points. That game's pretty. you got one of the hottest teams in the league right now in the Mavs going against the best road cover team in the league in the Warriors. And just imagine, if you remember last year, the Warriors couldn't buy a cover on the road or a win in that one there. So now Kyrie hits another one to go up 10-4. Wizards back within 5 of the Trailblazers. Still got Kispert at 10 points because he just refuses to take a shot here in the second, but only down 5 in that particular one. We have under money on that one as well. Yeah, they haven't scored since the first. Like I said, sometimes teams just go through that, but a little crazy that they haven't figured out how to score on that White Sox staff, to be really honest. So Josh Giddey, we need a few more points out of him. He's still on the floor. Need another couple turnovers out of Halliburton if he would so oblige. Take a look at the second half gets started for the Kings and the Celtics. De'Aaron Fox with those 21 points. Porzingis leading the Celtics with 12. Peyton Pritchard having a really good game. He's got 11 points and 3 threes. Peyton Pritchard, if you guys watch the Celtics, that he's just a ball. I know he's small, but man, for a second unit guy, that guy's going to make a lot of money, I think, coming up. So, people are going to love him for a sixth man for sure on that one. So, Brady Singer still pitching for the Royals. He's got 1 out in the top of the 6th. Singer's pitched really well today, only giving up that 1 run, that homer to Gavin Sheets in that one there. Magic still down 15 at the end of the 3rd. We'll see. Banchero does hit his 25-point prop for us as well. So Banchero, let me pull that one up here. 25 plus points was plus 155 on that one there. So we did get that one. So we hit his 15 or over 21.5 point prop. And then we did hit, like I said, we hit the 25-point prop, which was plus 155 on DraftKings earlier today when we grabbed that one. So another win. Nice one there. Getting some wins. NBA yesterday for us was just absolutely horrid. So figured we have kind of a bounce back today. Brandon Miller, still 10 out of 11 for the Hornets. Massive day for him, but he does have 5 turnovers, which is he normally doesn't turn the ball over a ton, but he's actually driving to the hole a little bit more, it looked like, earlier in the game. Pacers making a little bit of run on that second unit of the Thunder. They're up 11. Celtics now up 8. Raptors down 7. I still can't believe that they're not beating them by like 20 or something. The Bucks just figure out a way to not do anything. Bobby Portis, who we were waiting on, up to 7 points now with 9 minutes played in that Bucks game. So that's nice to see there. We do have a couple tickets on Bobby. It looks like Benintendi grounds out for the Sox. So now the Royals coming up, bottom of the 6th, tied 1-1. This is the last baseball game of the day we were on. If you're new to our show, we fade or follow 4 teams: Royals, Dodgers, Cubs, and Orioles this season. We're a big KC fan and Cubs fan, and the other 2 teams we kind of just do research on to see which 2 we're going to take. It just happened to be the Dodgers and the Orioles. So a lot of stuff going on there. But this is the last game of the day. We had Cubs money line today, was a big hit. We also had Cubs minus 1.5, which was over plus 300-ish on that one as well. So Cubs came in big for us, except for Christopher Morel. Now in the Orioles, they also come through 5-2 win. They were about $1.30 favorite on that one there. Gunnar Henderson was our MLB best bet of the day, over 1.5 total bases. He actually gets 5 as he does hit a homer. Santander comes through with a double. Really good day for us baseball-wise. We just need to finish up with this White Sox game and get to and try to capture everything that we can here as the NBA is kind of rolling along here as well. So we mentioned the Magic down 15 to the Hornets. Start of the 4th quarter. Looks like we're about to the start of the 4th in the Pacers Thunder game. Pacers up 11. Celtics taking that lead out to 12. Spurs Pelicans, we haven't checked on a little bit here. Victor Wembanyama still at 2 points and no blocks, 4 rebounds. Like I said, I don't know what like when they struggle to score, I don't know why. When you got to do this 8 foot tall, throw them the ball. Bulls are starting to just absolutely put the mash down against the Knicks. They're up 41-23. DiVincenzo still with the 1 3-pointer. DeMar DeRozan up to a whopping whole 5 points on that one. He does have 6 assists, though, in that particular game. Brunson with 5 points. He's been struggling on that. OG Anunoby makes his run back, and they're getting smashed. Everybody talks about their record with OG Anunoby playing, but definitely yeah. And then favorite sport to bet on, I really like do apologize I missed that one. Do really like baseball. I like football like everybody else does. Baseball is probably my best handicapping sport, to be really honest. But, this time of year, though, is really fun when you got basketball and baseball going on. Bam Adebayo, by the way, up to 12 points with 6 to go in the second quarter. That was our best bet of the day there. Rockets-wise, we looking for Jalen Green. He's up to 7 points, all on free throws. I wish there was a prop for that to get your first 7 points on football. In football, we bet basically everybody a lot less games to play on that one. The reason why we limit the teams on baseball is just because the volume of games. And we do NFL, college football, and even UFL. If you look at our Google Sheets, UFL, we went 5-1 last week on those games there. So we like football all the way around. Baseball, really like Formula One. If you're into racing at all, there's more of those going on tonight. As qualifying's up later tonight. But we kind of there's not many sports we don't like. We'll bet on soccer occasionally. Hockey is the one sport though that normally we do not bet on. It's not that I don't like hockey. I just don't have enough time, to be honest with you. Mavs up 21-10. They're just kind of stomping out of the gate here. PJ Washington's hit 3 threes. What else can go on, right? So when those guys are draining threes, they're tough to figure out. We'll flip back to this NCAA women's game. They're up 74-57. Was that 17-point lead with 1:33 to go in that one. In the Royals game, we do got some action going on. So we got Salvador Perez with his 3rd hit of the game. So he's single, and then MJ Melendez walks. So we got runners at first and second. Nelson Velasquez up for the Royals. So a lot of stuff going on there. And to get back to the sports we bet on, pretty much almost all of them. So there's not many sports we don't play. Like I said, hockey's the only one we really stay away from. Wizards have got this thing within 3 without Corey Kispert scoring a damn point here in the second half on that one. DeAndre Ayton with 26 points. But Wizards just down 3 points now, 10 to go in the fourth in that game there. Let's see here. So then we've got Magic Hornets. Magic have now got it within 9 on that one. Banchero's sitting out currently as the second unit is in. Hornets-wise, they're doing what they normally do, which is figure out how to fumble a game at the end of it for sure. Not that they normally have a lead at any point here, but now the Magic within 7. Magic don't want to let that game go away. They need it for seeding, so on that particular one. Celtics up 14 with just under 9 to go. Porzingis up to 14 points. He did hit his 7th rebound, which is another ticket cashing for us there as well. So we'll get that 7 rebound one in. Only at minus 128 for 7 rebounds for a dude that's 7'3" tall. I consider that a little bit. That one should be a no-brainer, right? Is it harder to bet on the NBA at the end of the regular season? Yes, you really have to pay attention to are people actually playing for anything. That's a big one. Is anybody really playing for anything? So like the Rockets, with that loss last night to the Warriors, they have a little less to play for. Now, do I think guys are going to just absolutely stop and not want to get their stats and things of that nature? No, but maybe a little less worried about wins at that point, like the Rockets tonight going against the Heat. So, like the Heat was pretty solid play going in tonight. A lot of the bigger handicappers seem to like that one in particular on there. So, but it can be a little bit tough. I mean, you get games like Portland, Portland and the Blazers and the Wizards. You get Magic and the Hornets. You get some games like that. But there are teams like Pacers and Thunder are both interested. They need it for playoff seeding. Kings desperately need wins. The Celtics don't. That was the usual thing about this game here. The Celtics are already locked into the 1 seed. The Kings are looking at the play-in if they don't get things turned around here. Raptors have got it within 2 in the first half. Shocker, shocker. Emmanuel Quickley with 8 points. We're on him tonight. He's also up to 4 assists, so we need a couple more assists and a couple more threes would be fantastic for Quickley. Bobby Portis still with 8 points. He's back on the bench. Only played 9 minutes so far in the first half. Don't know why with no Giannis. Now it's tied up 51 apiece. I don't understand what the hell they are doing. It is the most unbelievable dysfunctional team. Grizzlies up 51-33 on the Pistons. Rockets 50-44. Bam still with 12. He's back out of the game. Jalen Green up to 9 points. He finally got a field goal to go. Didn't have to rely totally on free throws. So good job there, Jalen. We've loved watching Jalen over the last few weeks. This is not my full-time job on that one there on your question. No, so we do work way too much. It worked way too much. We love sports gambling though. We do love the sports gambling, so no question about that there. And we do extremely well at it. So just trying to pass that along to everybody so everybody got an opportunity to make money, I think is a good thing to do. Plus, we like talking about it as well. So that kind of works itself into, because I have so many bets a day. Yeah, because basically if it's not my wife or daughter or the dogs, it's revolved around sports betting. We've got it down to kind of a pattern, though, kind of what we're looking for. We focus in on certain players, whether they're hot or not, or history against somebody. So once we got that down, then we do. So for baseball, for example, it's pretty simple. If you follow along on our Google Sheets, a batter prop, we're normally going to play them for a homer, double, over their hits, runs, RBIs, and then over total bases. We'll play some unders as well, some guys that are extremely cold. We did with Anthony Rendon the first couple of games of the season. But it's pretty simple, and then it's just basically shopping odds from there. So it's not it's a ton, yes. Is it ridiculous? No. I've seen people with more. We just try to make it easy with those Google Sheets. Nobody could ever follow along with the amount of bets and as fast as we kind of go through those there too. So do little updates here. Raptors are actually have taken a lead. Oh my God. The Bucks just suck. I don't know how a team that wins that many games can suck this bad. Emmanuel Quickley up to 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, having a great game back. Timeout. They're up 5. Let's flip back here. So let's see. We've got Renfro's up, runners at first and third. 2 outs in this Royals game. The only time we lose is when the Orioles can't hit. That's been correct so far. The games where they've scored just 1 run have not been pleasant to us. Now, the problem is I haven't played against them yet either. I got a lot of faith in that team. So, like the Dodgers, we're not going to play against much all season long, but we thought today was a pretty good opportunity to do so on there. But like for tomorrow, we've got the Dodgers with Yamamoto pitching, even though they're a big favorite. Sundays are the days that we're probably, and this has been true for the last few seasons, Sundays have been dog days in Major League Baseball. I don't know why. It just seems like the getaway day, Sunday, and a lot of times the dogs seem to maybe a little bit more interest in that, but they're rough. Sundays have been. So because when you look at some matchups and you're looking at it, and there's no way they don't win, but for some reason on Sundays they tend to dogs tend to come in. So you'll see it if you follow along for like this Sunday. You will see more than likely we will have probably the opposite side on those. So Bobby Portis misses a 3. Man, we really needed that one there. Wizards still down 8. Magic only down 7 now. Thunder down 12 as we get less than 10 minutes to go. Holmgren, 15 points, still only the 1-3. Josh Giddey, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists. He's working on damn near, if he get a bunch of rebounds, another triple-double. Halliburton finally scored. Congratulations, Tyrese, on that one there. Then we'll take a look. Kings got it back within 6. De'Aaron Fox is just having an absolute monster. Sabonis finally got his second turnover. Porzingis still at 14 points. He's up to 9 rebounds. We still need another block, and we need a few more points out of Porzingis here as that game gets close. Let's take a look here. We'll go back to the baseball. Pitching change. Steven Wilson coming in for Abrevia. We'll see if Renfroe can get a hit here. We need a Renfroe hit here. Cashes a couple different bets. Plus gives the Royals a lead, which we need in this one here for sure. Take a look here on that. Let me get back to the NBA where we're waiting on the pitching change there. Pelicans up 8, about to go to the half. Bulls up 20, 50-30. What an embarrassment. Like, what is going on with the Knicks? How do they play their ass off like that and then nothing? DeRozan with 5 whole whopping points on that one. Javonte Green, off the bench, has got 13 in that one there. Kobe White with a whopping 2 points. Josh Hart with 1 rebound. DiVincenzo, a whopping whole 3 points, hit 1-3. We're going to be in a little bit of trouble on this Bulls-Knicks game, to say the least, unless the second half is demonstrably different. Spurs-Pelicans at halftime. Pels up 10. Wembayama still with 2 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. He's 0 from 6 from the field and 0 for 2 from the 3 on this one. Not what we expected at all on that one there. So let's see here. We've got – I missed that one there. 2 points, little Stolly. What was the question? Yeah, betting the NBA is – like, it's been tough. Maybe a little bit easier once the playoffs start on that one there. If you don't feel comfortable in the sport, don't bet it. It's not no big deal. You know what I mean? There's plenty of opportunities to bet on way too much stuff on there. It's like me in hockey. Like, I don't understand enough about hockey in order to make the proper plays. I can also, you can follow somebody that does hockey basically for a living, but on that one there. Quickly with 10 points at the half. So we could use another a decent half out of him. Bobby Portis, 8 points at the half. Need those two guys to get the scoring pace up here in the second half. Heat Rockets about to turn halftime here. Warriors making a comeback on the Mavs. They were down it seemed like 19. Bam Adebayo, 13 points. Thank you, Bam. We're getting closer to our best bet cashing in there. Then we've got Jalen Green up to 11 points. Still hasn't hit a 3 yet. As the Rockets are down 7. Then let's get into this Warriors-Mavs game here really quick. Mavs up 7. Curry with 5 points did finally hit a 3-pointer there. We need Curry to kind of have a big game. A lot of plays on him. And let's take a look. Bottom of the 6th. I don't know, I think I get this pitch count going here. Give me 1 second here, folks. I apologize. I'm flipping screens trying to get this Royals game here. Still bottom of the 6th, first and third, 2 out. Hunter Renfroe up. We could use a big hit for Renfroe. Yeah, and if you want to stick to baseball, feel free. So, and I try to give leans and stuff like that on the baseball on the 4 games that we're not on. I just, we'll let you know what we're the Google Sheets spell it out, what we're betting and what we're not. And we're not a parlay. We're straight bets. We don't parlay. So just to kind of let you know exactly what we do. But straight bets. Now we do have some bigger juice bets, as you'll find out with like the home run bets, doubles bets. 2+ hits, 3+ hits. We've already hit one of those so far this season. And we'll even bet when it's available. 4+ bets makes it extremely easy. We like those as 4+ hits. We'll play some 4+ total bases, things of that nature. Like Bobby Witt, we got him for 2+ hits, but he's 0 for 3 tonight. They're going to have those nights where they're not clicking, and that definitely can happen. 1-1 to Renfroe here, bottom of the 6th. Let's see if Renfroe can get us a big hit here with runners at first and third, 2 out. Kind of at the bottom of the zone there, strike there. So let's take a look. We've got 1 and 2 on Renfroe as the dogs get a little bit crazier and crazier as the night goes on here. So if they start barking, everybody, do apologize, but they are the boss at all times. So we'll watch this one here. He does strike out, unfortunately, there. So end of the 6th. We do have a tie ball game still, 1-1. It's unfortunate there. We've had multiple opportunities for the Royals to score. Haven't come through as of yet on that one there. Diamondbacks still at 5-2. Braves got runners on first and second with 2 out. Let's go back to the NBA here. NCAA Women's Final Four, by the way. The Hawkeyes, that line's all the way up to like 3.5 at some books. Game starts at 6:30. We're Caitlin Clark fans, so if you're in the college women's Final Four, we took the line. We had the line at 2. I'll be really honest with you. I still like the Hawkeyes, even at 3.5, but that line getting a little tight though, or getting a little heavy. Wizards back within 2 of the Blazers, down 97-95. DeAndre Ayton, 34 points. Corey Kispert finally decides to score in the second half, up to 12 total points. Only 1 3-pointer made, though, on that one there. So we could use some last-minute heroics out of Mr. Kispert there. Magic within 10 on that on the Hornets there. Banchero up to 28 points. On that one there. We got Brandon Miller still at 28 points. Bridges still around 17 points. Grant Williams, 15. They got Bertans, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league's got 12. That dude off the bench is rocket fire. He does not miss any opportunities on that one there. Then we got the Thunder. They're down 15 now. Looks like they pulled Giddey with 6 to go. Holmgren's out as well. Dort, nice game with 17 points on that one there. I don't know if we're going to see Giddey and Holmgren back in this game or not. And then we've got Kings, Celtics. Celtics up 7, 2 minutes to go in the third. Fox having a monster game with 26 points. Porzingis still at 16 points on that one there. Still a block away as well on that one. Let's see. Then we've got Raptors, Bucks at half. Spurs, Pelicans are at the half. Bulls and Knicks at the half. Bulls up 61-45 on that one. Comes in a little short of the over first half at 109, but at least more scoring. So maybe we can catch the final in that one at the 212 number. Let's take a look here. Rockets, Heat at the half. End of the first quarter, the Warriors make a huge comeback to lead 32-31. That second unit just took off on that one. Chris Paul with 8 points. Porzingis there with 5 points. Gary Payton with 4. Looney with 2. Draymond Green, still no points. Klay Thompson, 4. Steph Curry, only 5 points in that first quarter, but a big comeback there by the Warriors. Thank you, Warriors, for saving that first quarter bet for us, as they were plus 1.5 in the first quarter earlier before the Luka announcement that he was out. And you're right, you can't call him every night. Sure wish you could, though. So, like tomorrow in this game, we like the White Sox tomorrow. in this matchup here, but like the Royals have got 6 hits. We should have more than one run on this one. Luis Robert grounds out, gets that thing, keeps it at just a runner on there. Let's take a look here. So, and then we've got still a few more games coming up tonight. T-Wolves, Suns. We love the T-Wolves tonight. Jazz, Clippers. We've only got one play on that one. Just sense about it. Score 15 points. That game just smells funny at best. Put it to you that way. Thunder back within 11. Magic have got it down to 6. See if they can make 106. No, 115. Another 3 there. So on that one. So it looks like the Hornets might sneak that game out. That is a devastating. That's a huge seeding loss for them. Wizards within 1 with a little over 3 to go. 100-99 on that one. Kispert still at 12 points for us there in that game. 3 rebounds, 5 assists. So he does have a 20 par. On that one there. Jordan Poole with 20, Denny Avita with 22 in that game. 34 for Ayton, 14 for Henderson. Delano Banton off the bench, 21 big points, 8 of 18. Boy, he fired up some shots, 18 field goal attempts. Let's see here. So we'll take, let's see here. We'll get back to this here. 14 down. Kings and Celtics. This game's about to go to the end of the third quarter. Keon Ellis unfortunately hit a shot for us early and hasn't even attempted one since. He's still got 3 points. Porzingis up to 20 points. We're getting close to cashing that one there. So good job by Porzingis there. Peyton Pritchard 14 points. Jason Tatum, whose point prop was 30. He just hit a 3 to go to 17 points. His threes prop was 4, so he's underwhelming a little bit this evening, to say the least. And then we've got, those couple games at halftime. Pistons, Grizzlies at halftime. Grizzlies up 19 at the half. That is a big, big, big difference there. And we're kind of just running down here to the end of this. Once these first few games get over here, we will be signing off. We will catch you tomorrow. We'll have another live show on that one there. Catch it during baseball season or during baseball time. Try to do it during the Cubs game, if at all possible. The Cubs and the Dodgers, that is the game of the day as well. You can also follow along if you're into golf. We do have a lot of golf bets going on right now as well. So if you wanted to check those out, Formula One tonight. We've got those going on as well. So we've got bets going on everywhere and 50,000 times a day, it seems like. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So make sure you do check those out when you get some time. But we'll try to get to the end of a couple of these games here to finish this up. In this Royals game, 1 out, top of the 7th. Royals haven't scored since the 1st. White Sox haven't scored since the 2nd. The Royals pitching has been fantastic. Allowed 2 hits, 1 homer, a single and a homer. You kind of take that all day and twice on Sunday, right? Trying to get, get that out. So, Sal, you asked about golf. Corey Connors is who we've had this week. Golf with us can be up and down. We tend to play one golfer a billion different ways. Like Aaron Rye last week was fantastic for us. And then the week before, Sam Burns at the Valspar was horrible. The Players Championship, we came really close to hitting the 55-1 on Wyndham Clark. We did cash everything else, though. But Corey Connors has had a good run. He did get some wins today. We got to update those outcomes. But he did beat Horschel, Morikawa, and Homa today. So did make us some money today on that one. We were 7 units down going into the day for the weekend. Corey Connors is in the top 10. So we'll see if we got any third-round matchups we can get on there as well. Luis Robert does steal a base. That makes it a little interesting there. Hornets still up 12 with 1:30 to go. Look at the Hornets go. Look at them go. Brandon Miller, 30 points. Way to go, Brandon Miller. What a game. 11 for 13 from the field, 5 for 6 from 3. Miles Bridges, 23 points. He goes over his point prop as well. Banchero, big night, 28 points. The problem with Banchero's 28 points was 9 from 24 from the field. Makes it – you can't go 9 from 25, now 9 from 25 from the field. Just can't happen. Jalen Suggs, 6 whole points. This guy was a college superstar, and he's got skills, and he can shoot the 3-ball. When they don't shoot the 3-ball well, Banchero's 1 from 8 from 3. He's not a 3-point shooter. Why is he attempting 8 threes? Why is Wendell Carter attempting 7 threes? Gary Harris attempting 7 threes? Okay. But not Wendell Carter. I know Wendell hit 3 out of 7, but get your ass down into the blocks. I mean, it's ridiculous. Banchero hoisting up threes as well didn't help. Blazers up 102-101. This game is coming down to the wire here. 2:23 left. Kispert doesn't look like he's going to come through for us unless this game goes to overtime or something. He's still at 12 points, 1 out of 7 from the 3-point line. He is normally a lot. He normally doesn't go that cold. Thunder down 14, 120-106 to the Pacers. Chet Holmgren is going to finish, looks like, with 15 points. They have put the backups in on this particular one. Giddey finishes at 14 points. So, unfortunately, they don't stay close enough. And the Pacers do what the Pacers do, which is play well 2 days, play bad 3 days, play average 2 days. They can be ridiculous. Kings, Celtics up 14. Start of the fourth, about 10 minutes into the fourth. Porzingis out of the lineup currently, still at 20 points, 2 threes, 11 boards, 1 block. So we need this game to get a little tighter to make Porzingis come in here on this one. Then we'll take a look at some of these other games. Bucks, Raptors just start the third quarter. Same thing for Pelicans, Spurs. Rockets still at halftime. Mavericks up 36-34 over the Warriors in that one there. Steph Curry still not back in the game yet, 5 whole points. 11 points for P.J. Washington on 3 threes that he made early. Kyrie Irving with 9. No Luka tonight. So need some need some Curry getting in this game and making some stuff happen here. Heat Rockets still 5-point game at half, 19-point game for Pistons Grizzlies, 16-point game in that Knicks Bulls. Pelicans Spurs, I don't know what to tell you. If Wembanyama is going to score 2 points, this is Valanciunas is eating his lunch. Valanciunas 18 points. Come on, really? Come on, Wemby. That's getting a little ridiculous on there. So Blazers Wizards now tied at 102. Magic down 11 with just under a minute to go. Thunder down 12 with about 2 minutes to go. Let's see here. Raptors still up 4, 60-56. So let's see if we can quickly, still with 10 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, having a solid game. We need some more points there. Bobby Portis, for some reason, played 10 minutes in the first half, and they can't put – why is Jay Crowder getting more minutes than Bobby Portis? I need someone to explain that one to me because that makes no sense. Bobby Portis is ridiculous. Wemby did leave his game at home. I don't know what's going on there. Unfortunately, we can't watch all the live updated betting and everything else and the score, but and on TV. But it's a little ridiculous to say the least. Let's see here. What else do we got going on? Raptors now up 5. Still halftime at those games. Pistons Grizzlies about to start back up. We'll flip back over to the baseball game. We've been keeping on. Isbell up 0-2 count, bottom of the lineup. So we've got Garcia and Witt going to hit this at a minimum, going to hit this inning as well here in the bottom of the 7th. This is another one that we need. We need some runs. We'll put it to you that way. And Isbell strikes out on a foul tip. No hits from Garcia or Witt tonight. That's definite. one of the main reasons why the Royals don't have any runs on the board. It's a shame too on a night Salvador Perez is 3 for 3 that they can't. The top of the lineup can't seem to go with him on this one. So let's see here. We'll get started up. And Garcia lines out. So 2 outs in a whopping 5 pitches. And here comes Bobby Witt. Maybe he can get something going here. It's getting a little bit close to crunch time. How about the Mets coming back? I didn't think they had any chance tonight. They come against the Reds 3-1. That one. The Diamondbacks still holding strong, 5-2 lead there. Texas up 5-0. Brewers 3-0 over the Mariners. I feel sorry for Seattle, all that team, and then they gave away Teoscar Hernandez is just lighting things up with the Dodgers. Eugenio Suarez, not the best hitter on earth, but can't hit the ball out of the ballpark. He's gone as well to the Diamondbacks. They're going to have to pitch, and Julio Rodriguez is going to have a monster year for them to make some noise on that one there. So let's see here. We've got 1-0 there to Witt. So we'll keep this looking here. So we've got 1-0 to Witt. How long is it going to take for this second pitch? Seems like it takes sometimes they got a 20-second clock, but it sure does take longer than 20 seconds to update online, right? So let's see here. No change in those scores really. Rockets and Heat getting out of halftime. Bam at 14 points. Need another 4 to cash that ticket on that one there. Bobby Witt, 2-2 count. As MLB a little bit behind. It does happen. Timeout there for Bobby Witt. Phillies up 4-0, top of the 9th in D.C. Mets going to be 3-0, and Bobby Witt called out on strikes. How many times have you seen Bobby Witt go 0 for 4? Not this year, and not that many times in his career. That's craziness. So 1-1 going to the 8th with White Sox and the Royals on that one as well. So let's see here. We're going to get to the Trailblazers are up 105-102 with 35 seconds left to go. Hornets up 124-115, 30 seconds to go. Pacers do get the win, 126-112. Celtics up 92-79. With about 8 minutes to go, 7 to go, sorry. Still need a couple more points out of Porzingis. Could use it to be a 3 and one more block if they get back into the game here. And then we've got Raptors, Bucks. Still Raptors up 5. Spurs within 8 of the Pelicans, early third. Halftime still Bulls and Knicks. Rockets, Heat, still a tight one, 66-62. Jalen Green with 11. Bam Adebayo, 14. Butler's got 15 points on that one. So, and I hope Bobby Witt does double in the bottom of the ninth. That is for damn sure. Could definitely use that play. We love Bobby Witt. He's been awesome. No player's going to get a hit every game. So completely understand that. How about the Blazers up 108-102 on the Wizards? Congratulations to the Blazers. Wow. Corey Kispert still not hitting nothing. Still at 12 points with 15 seconds left to go there. In a timeout. So that game's basically about over. Hornets do pull it off. 124-115. Congratulations, Orlando Magic, for choking off that road game as a 12-point favorite in that one. That was a huge money line hit for anybody that had the Hornets on the money line. Don't know many people myself that did, but huge hit for them. Warriors up 45-43, just under 5 to go in the first half. Steph back out of the break. Back at it again, 8 points, 2 threes for Steph. Mavericks-wise, P.J. Washington now up to 4 threes as well. So we've got that going on there for the Mavs. No Luka tonight in that one. Draymond shooting a 3-pointer. Congratulations. You haven't hit one in about a month. As we were playing the Draymond to make 1-3 bet quite a bit, but it hasn't hit as of late. Bulls Knicks do start off the third quarter. Finally 63-48. Bulls up in that one. Spurs down 10. In the third, Victor Wembanyama, congratulations, young man. You are up to 7 points. You hit a 3, 6 rebounds, 6 assists as well. You only need about 30 more, 25 more points, and we should have a winner there. Valanciunas has been eating his lunch, though. Valanciunas already put up 20 plus points. And Blazers do pull off the win, 108-102. In that one, Kispert, we do hit the under in that particular game, but Kispert not hitting his point totals in that one. Vito with 22, Poole with 28, and finished with 34. I don't think he scored in the fourth. Scoot Henderson, 19 points. Nice game out of Scoot. And he kept the turnovers under 5 because he's been putting up 5+ turnovers like clockwork. So a lot better game out of Scoot there as the Blazers do pull off a road win. Once again, it's ridiculous. Now Celtics up 18. This is trouble area here as it looks like they're going to sit everybody now for the Celtics. So we did get you through those. The Royals game into the top of the 8th with 1 out. Yeah, we've been on for quite a while. Yeah, about a little over 90 minutes. So I appreciate everybody that did stop by, said hi on that one there. We will be back tomorrow. Cubs-Dodgers. We'll cover quite a bit of that game. So make sure you do check that out. And then let's root for the Royals on the way out on this game as we got the 8th and 9th to go. Do appreciate everybody's support as always and look forward to seeing you on our next episode.